there. I know I've done a video not dissimilar to this in the past, but you know what? It's an oldie, it's a goodie, in that it's about if it ain't hurting, it's not healing, and I think it needs repeating. It's the whole idea that actually if you're not finding things a little bit uncomfortable when you're trying to get well from your eating disorder, now's the time to start questioning again how hard you're working at it. Had a few conversations of late where I've found myself talking to people and thinking, are you really working at this, or have you paused? Have you plateaued? Have you stopped? Have you found the bit that's comfortable, that's you've gone far enough and actually I'm going to kind of stick here? And that might be because you now think you're eating 3 meals and 3 snacks a day, or it might be because the weight on your scales is saying, oh, actually that feels about where I was before, or because some doctors said your BMI is about normal, or because your periods have come back. Whatever it is, you need to think about, am I really recovered? And if I was to keep going, would I have more chance of achieving full freedom with my food and exercise again? Because if you are still living in a constrained way that's just comfortable, that no longer challenges you, that doesn't push you, it doesn't necessarily mean you are recovered and you're over this and you're fine with everything. It could just mean you're picking to stop at the point at which you always find bloody difficult. And there is no room for slippage with an eating disorder. So the important thing is always to try and get as far down the track as you can, so that on those days where, or in those points in life where circumstances are a little bit more challenging, or goodness knows you might just have a poorly couple of days where you have a stomach upset for no other reason. Whatever it is, we cannot afford to slip back. So it's really important to go all the way into recovery and not to give up too early, and not to say to yourself, but my doctor says I'm BMI this, or my friends say I'm now wearing a size 8 so that's okay, or my parents see me eating 3 meals so I must be okay. No, that is not the point to stop. The point to stop is when you feel fully recovered, when you know that your head is not consumed by eating disorder thoughts anymore, when you are no longer waking your head up on the pillow and immediately thinking, how many steps have I got to do today? When can I sit down today? What can I eat today? Who have I got to eat with? When can I fit that in? What time can I do that? Those are the disordered thoughts. If any of those things are still going on in your head, you are not recovered. You are still being ruled by your illness. And ask yourself, do you want that today? Do you want that in 3 months' time, 6 months' time, a year's time? If you do not, then hurt to heal. I don't mean hurt as in I want any of you to hurt mentally or physically more than you want or need to, but an eating disorder will do you more hurt and harm in the long term than if you embrace recovery fully and admit where you might be accepting the comfort blanket. Comfort is no good. Go all in. Go all into recovery. Really embrace it. Go hard at it. Get the life back that you deserve. And then you can afford to rest back into yourself a bit and be proud of yourself and know you have achieved it, and know that all those little other things, those other factors around what you're eating, your weight and what size clothes you are, then you can understand a fuller picture, but not until your brain is no longer telling yourself any of those other triggering thoughts. You will know in brain and in heart when you are fully recovered.